In collectibles, we look for what? The first time something happens, it's significant. And it's kind of true all across the board. In sports cards, it's known as a rookie card. First editions would be your comic books, right? And or your written works. How about stamps, just like coins? They call them the bookends, what started the series and what ended the series. Well, tonight we have the last 90% silver dollar, the peace dollar, and we have the first branchments, the first Denver and San Francisco issues. Uncirculated condition, and as always, a crazy AVC price. So the peace dollar was introduced in 1921 as a topic. And the idea was to celebrate the end of World War I, the war of all wars at that time, and to modernize the silver dollar. Because in 1916, we modernized all the other silver coins. The Mercury dime, Standing Liberty quarter, Walking Liberty half dollar, all replaced the Barber series. The silver dollar, though, ended in 1904. So at this time, there wasn't a new design to design. This is the first attempt, the first opportunity. So in 1921, we pushed forward with this idea of modernization. The obverse is decided quickly. The Statue of Liberty, look, right there, is perfect. That is the modern Lady Liberty compared to the variations we saw throughout the 1800s. Then we got to the reverse, and the eagle's part of our coin, part of our structure, and all of our dollars always had it. But what's the look going to be? Well, World War I, right? The doughboys go over there. So we're sitting on the mountain looking over the pond to the east. Very poignant, very clean, very majestic. The argument was all of our 1800s dated eagle coinage had arrows in their talons. Arrows and peace just don't balance. So as a result, later in the year, they finally settled on a novel concept. How about, yes, an olive branch. And there we go. Solved. Late December, we get into production. They make a high relief. It doesn't work. Stop. They fix it early in 1922. And when that is done, then Denver and San Francisco are brought into the fold, and they make their very first ever peace dollars. So tonight we're looking at it. We're looking at the first Denver, the first San Francisco, and they are very special when you compare it to the Philadelphia. Yet the Philadelphia sells for the same price. That's the challenge. That's the fun of finding the branchments. The mintages, 51.7 million P's, 17 million S's, 15 million D's. All right? Drastically different. However, today, 100 years later, we look at how many are known to exist. And we use the guide of NGC, PCGS, ANAX, ICG, CAC, the 5 big grading services that are out there. And we look at what have they seen in the last 40 years. How many of these coins? And if you go to the P Mint, they saw 413,000 coins and change. So not a bad number considering how many were made and relatively recent compared to the Morgan. But when you get to the branchments, again, this is adding them all together. 20,000 S's and 24,000 D's. Tiny. Primary issue? Well, we have had a number of episodes over the last 100 years where big silver just disappears. The Pittman Act was the Morgan dollar destructor, right? And during World War II, we had the Manhattan Project, the making of the atomic bomb, and silver was an integral part of that process. So we melted a ton of silver dollars down there. What do we melt? Well, peace dollars. We also saw in 1980 silver go to $50 an ounce for the first time ever. And, well, this is a 27 grams, so really close to 1 ounce. So as a result, a lot of these disappeared. Didn't matter what the condition. We saw $50 silver in the last decade again. So it adds up. Also, the other part, not just talking out loud with you, is on the reverse to the eagle, you follow the tail feathers down to the corner of the coin at about 7 o'clock. You see the word 1 for $1. Right below that 1 is a speck, and that is the D and or the S. I sometimes think that people just didn't save the branchments because they couldn't tell it was a branchment. Right? Shouldn't have to work that hard. But right there, right below the word 1, follow the tail to the edge and clip up a little bit. The D and the S mint marks. Stand clear. It's like they used the wrong size punch. It's like this should be on a quarter, not a dollar. That's what it comes down to. But it was the same die they used throughout the series. It is what it is. Now on the front, you're not seeing an error. It says, "In God we TRVST." V for victory. Just a slightly modern-esque looking at the word trust. Just a little extra tidbit. The details, outstanding. All of our coins are blast whites. My competition, range on these two from 139 to 159 each. Tonight, whether you buy one, you buy both, or you buy multiples of one or the other, or both, our numbers are very simple and very clean. Not 79.89 like you normally see from us here at America's Value Channel, still kicking the butt on our competition. Tonight we're at $59.95, and these beautiful uncirculated coins are in the brand new Defender holders, which just help protect them, make them a little bit easier for storage. They're also easy to open up on the seams in case you want to store your coins some other way. It's just a great way to work. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. Lots of activity on the phones. If you're hearing the fast busy, it's been bouncing back and forth for the last 2 or 3 minutes, but it hasn't lasted longer than 10-15 seconds. So if you dial the number, the 10-digit number, and you hear it, meh, pause, give it 15 seconds, hit redial. You'll get back to us. We'd love to hear from you. Again, it's all about value. It's our middle name, America's Value Channel. Vintage silver. These are the largest silver coins ever made by the U.S. Mint, right? The Morgan and Peace are the same size, 38.1 millimeters, 27 net grams. Beautiful piece. The last of all of our silver dollars were the Peace dollar, so this is in the family of the last. It ended in 1935. When the Eisenhowers came out, they were clad in circulation, silver for collectors. But owning the first is always the theme. It's always the important push. Firsts of something, first years of issue. And these are the first Denver, the first San Francisco Peace dollars. And again, as we always do here, always about quality and price. Tonight, it's been nailed. $59.95, your choice.